Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that literally anyone who shops online, runs a digital business, or works as a global freelancer knows way too well. We're demystifying virtual card failures. You know the exact drill. You generate a shiny new digital card, load it up with funds, hit pay, and nothing. Crickets. We're going to break down exactly why this frustrating friction happens, and more importantly, how a modern platform called CardUpNow is stepping up as the reliable choice for 2026 to fix these headaches for good. Okay, let's start with a scenario that I am sure is painfully relatable. Have you ever had a virtual card declined at the absolute worst possible moment? You've got the funds in your account, you're trying to lock in a limited time software subscription, or maybe you're about to launch a crucial ad campaign. And boom, you get that dreaded card verification failed message. It's incredibly stressful. You're just sitting there staring at the screen wondering, is the problem me? Is it the merchant? Or is it my bank? And honestly, it rarely stops at just a simple decline, right? We are talking about outright payment gateway rejections, super annoying AVS or billing address mismatches, and international transaction blocks when you're just trying to buy something from a different country. Oh, and maybe you get hit with subscription failures after the very first month, or everyone's absolute favorite, 3D secure sync errors, where that confirmation text message literally never arrives. I can practically hear you nodding along right now. These are the exact friction points that make digital finance feel totally broken. So what is actually causing all of this behind the scenes? Let's look under the hood. Section 1, Why Virtual Cards Fail. It all really starts with three little letters, BIN, or Bank Identification Number. Think of these initial digits on your card like a digital passport. They instantly signal your card's country of origin and its exact type directly to a merchant's database. If your card provider relies on dirty or overused BIN ranges, like ranges that have been previously associated with bots or fraud, well, merchants are going to preemptively block the transaction. They don't even bother to check if you have the money. Their security systems just instantly say no. Which brings us to our next major hurdle, card classifications. Gateways often flag prepaid cards as high risk or disposable. Standard debit or business cards, on the other hand, are highly trusted because they're linked to regulated long-term bank accounts. The massive problem here is that most of your standard, free virtual cards are actually coded as prepaid behind the scenes. Because of this, certain high-risk or luxury payment gateways literally hard-code automatic rejections for that specific classification. Then we got to talk about MCCs, or Merchant Category Codes. This is a 4-digit number that payment gateways use to figure out exactly what kind of goods or services a business provides. To lower their own liability, some virtual card issuers put strict restrictions on certain MCCs. So your general purpose virtual card might be fully funded and ready to go, but if you try to use it to buy high-ticket electronics or sign up for specific recurring subscription models, it just gets automatically blocked. When you zoom out, the overarching problem is actually pretty simple. It's legacy banking architecture colliding with millisecond speed digital generation. Think about it like strapping a jet engine onto a horse-drawn carriage. We have old-school traditional banks trying to bolt modern instant virtual card features onto computer systems that are literally decades old. Those underlying systems just were not designed to communicate at the real-time speeds required by today's digital merchants. And that gap, that's exactly what causes major authorization delays and those super frustrating timeout errors. And you see this friction extending right into fraud prevention too. Blunt legacy algorithms are incredibly rigid. If they see you using a VPN, or if you make 2 purchases back-to-back, they blindly block your entire IP address or freeze the card. No questions asked. Smart contextual detection, however, actually analyzes your user behavior and the real context of the transaction. Those overactive, blunt fraud blocks from legacy providers are the exact reason you experience unnecessary OTP and 3D secure failures, even when you're a totally legitimate shopper. All right, so how do we fix it? Let's dive into the CardUpNow solution. Remember that BIN issue we just went over? Well, CardUpNow solves this instantly. It's simple. Premium BIN ranges equal high trust and high acceptance. Instead of using generic disposable digits, CardUpNow utilizes high-tier BINs that global merchant gateways immediately recognize as debit or business. Because the merchant's database sees a highly trusted classification right off the bat, it unlocks seamless transactions on super strict platforms like Amazon, Netflix, Meta Ads, and OpenAI. If you stack legacy providers up against CardUpNow, the difference is basically night and day. Legacy banks rely on slow batch processing, blunt overblocking, and sneaky hidden FX markups. CardUpNow flips the script entirely. You get instant approval, smart contextual security, and a fully transparent low fee structure. Plus, instead of waiting an hour on hold listening to elevator music with a traditional bank, you get fast, dedicated fintech resolution. This proves exactly why CardUpNow's architecture is vastly superior for digital power users. And all of that underlying tech powers an incredibly robust ecosystem. We're talking instant virtual card setup, multi-currency cross-border support, so annoying region restrictions are a thing of the past, and seamless recurring and threshold billing. The absolutely crucial point here is that they aren't just handing you a random digital number. They are providing a reliable, high-trust ecosystem to ensure your secure online payments work the first time, every single time. Moving right along, let's talk about avoiding future payment issues. Because look, even with a premium provider, you still need to set yourself up for success with some basic digital hygiene. So here are your pro tips for checkout success. Step 1. Ensure absolute perfect data accuracy. Payment gateways are hypersensitive to dirty data. Your name, CVV, and billing address must match your CardUpNow profile exactly, or you're going to trigger an ABS mismatch error. Step 2. Always leave a balance buffer. Merchants constantly run $1 pre-authorizations. If you only have the exact purchase amount loaded, the card will decline for insufficient funds. Step 3. Jump into your dashboard and verify that your international and recurring settings are toggled on before trying to buy cross-border. And Step 4. Temporarily disable your VPN during checkout so you don't accidentally trip the merchant's blunt anti-fraud alarms. So, keeping all of those insights and mechanics in mind, are you ready to reclaim your financial freedom? Seriously, think about how much time, energy, and opportunity is lost just guessing whether a digital payment will actually go through when you finally click purchase. It's time to stop payment failures and actually secure your online privacy today. You no longer have to cross your fingers and just hope a card will work. You don't have to fight with outdated banking systems that treat you with constant suspicion. You simply need a tool engineered specifically for the reality of the modern digital landscape. Which brings us to our final takeaway from today's explainer. Experience seamless online transactions you can actually trust. If you are ready to solve these fintech hurdles for good, visit CardUpNow.com to launch your high-limit prepaid virtual card today. The technology exists to make digital friction a thing of the past. So how much longer are you going to let outdated banking hold your business back? Head over to CardUpNow.com and take control.